Yo, what's up? I am Bagel. I am the Smogon Doubles cheerleader and winner of the most recent official Smogon Doubles tournament. I thought that it would be fun to go over my replays from the playoffs, top 16 to finals in the OSDT, and I guess just react to them, see if I have any thoughts about them. I haven't seen most of these in a while, so this will be pretty interesting for me as well. Yeah, I guess let's just jump into it. First, in top 16, I played against Jello, good player. Started around the same time as me, I think. Late SS. Yeah, they've been strong SV player for a while. So this team, let's just start, I guess. This team's a pretty standard gouging fire, Chimpao, Howl offense. And Jello brought a structure that's, I guess, popping up more recently with the Roaring Moon offense. Goldango, this could be Sash Rocks or it could be Power Herb. Either one makes sense here. And either one is annoying, honestly. So yeah, Glamora immediately threatening. My King Gambit looks really strong if I can protect it from Lando and potentially Glamora or the Water Pawn. Yeah, so my lead is Wellspring Lando. Landorus is good, threatens just about everything with some damage with the Follow Me protection from Wellspring. And then Jello leads, Roaring Moon, Glamora, makes sense. Uncontested speed control pretty much. Plus Glamora, which is really threatening with either rocks or power meteor beam. And I'm unlikely to lead Chimpao D-Knight here just because there's a Glamora, there's an Ensign, there's a Goldango, there's a Roaring Moon, which can breaking swipe before the POW moves, and it's probably Terra Steel. So yeah. Let's play it. Let's see. Spiky, my Ogrepon, which is interesting. Oh, I'm probably Sash Lando. That makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, I get to get a free Glamora kill because he goes for the spin instead of rocks or something, which I guess I would have rocks if I were him. Maybe he was AV. I think Jello used that at some point. So maybe that was what was going on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I was Sash Landorus here. Really good job. I don't even know my full team. In here I just decide to trade because I think he has to double, unless he specs, which I think is unlikely. Given that it wasn't Meteor Beam Glamora. I thought, oh, he probably has to double into one of my slots. And I thought he might protect or Nasty Plot with gold, honestly. So I doubled in the Roaring Moon because it's really annoying if it like my gouging fire, it outseeds gouging fire, it outseeds Chimpao. Yeah, so it's really annoying in my team. And honestly, it did. So I'm imagining this when I saw this damage, I was like, oh wow, that's really bulky. But also I'm Sash Lando, so I didn't really think that much about it. So I saved my Water Pawn because Lando, and then he roosts, which is very surprising to me. Interesting set. I respect that. Yeah, it's very, very interesting set. He doubles Goldango into his own Wellspring. And so I bring in my Gambit because it's good into everything that isn't the Lando, which he recognizes and he doubles. I then Howl and Ironhead got rid of that annoying threat. Here's probably the biggest turn of the game if I remember. He brings in Ensign, which you think, oh, probably fake out Cudgel to Gambit, but I can do something like bring in Chimpao and Heat Crash Water Pond, or Howl again, bring in D-Knight and Howl. Like, there's lots of things I can do to counteract the easy fake out. So I imagine he's probably gonna parting shot my Gouging Fire and maybe reposition or Spiky Shield with Water Pond. Because it's really unlikely that I risk Waking Gambit when I have some pretty easy swaps, like my own Wellspring, D-Knight. Like, literally everything else I can switch in is pretty safe, except for maybe Chimpao. So I Howl again, and then reveal Low Kick. I'm fast, Jolly King. I'm either Adamant max speed or Jolly with a decent investment, but I wanted to be able to catch really fast Insins. So yeah, that's a big turn right there. Now I reveal Fairy, Gambit, or not Gambit, Fairy, Gouging Fire to live in Earth Power, or Sand Seer Storm that comes out. He makes a good play. I still deal 1 billion damage with Heat Crash because, yeah, just strong. Then I get lucky and dodge the Sandseer, and now I can just bring in D-Knight, reposition, and it's game over from here. So yeah, this game was initially about removing Roaring Moon so that Gouging Fire could do work, but in general, I ended up having a pretty good matchup with King Gambit. The Glamora dying turn 1 without really accomplishing anything, probably pretty big there. Yeah, so pretty simple here on out. Just click the priority moves. Yeah, actually, oh yeah, this is AVD night. Double AV, interesting, okay. So yeah, that's game 1. I don't know how much I'd used this type of structure before. I don't think so. I wasn't huge on Gouging Fire for a while in this format, this like post-arch. But yeah, so now we have game 2. Swap the sides and go. Yeah, so I kind of tried to cook here, which we see is a mistake because I don't really have this. Diance's pretty scary. Well, actually, I don't know. I cooked with some pre-home looking ass team, and we see here it gets me it's Sash Bundle, which I was kind of obsessed with this combo, Sash Bundle plus Landorus. Strong in theory, but he reveals Scarf Lando and AV Hydreigon, I believe. And what do? I double the slot, like a super cool Earth Power the Lando slot. I'm so awesome, yeah. Remove like the most useless mon for him pretty much. So that's fun. And here, what do I Terra Poison to kill the Ninetales, I believe. So you think, oh wow, I'm in a really strong spot, which I would agree with, but this Hydreigon is actually quite annoying. And then I bring in Sinistra, which is definitely wrong. Definitely wrong. I was probably scared of Scarflando, but this Heatran becomes a danger nuisance with a Terra Fairy sub, and I just let it do that. My Lando did nothing. Let's see. My Iron Hands, I wonder if it even breaks the sub here. It does, luckily, I guess. I sack my Chi-Yu? Or no, maybe he U-turns off. Okay, he does. But now it just lets him reposition the freest Dynasty board ever. Yeah, so this was just poorly positioned by me and got outplayed by the Scarflando generally in this Heatran. Lost my whole team. I'm Nasty Plot Chi-Yu, probably. Yeah, well, we don't know, but I assume I was Nasty Plot. Because with Sinistcha. Yeah, I was Nasty Plot Chi-Yu, Scarf, like double speed control, but then this team has very poor Trick Room matchup when it gets out positioned. Because I believe I'm Heavy Slam Iron Hands, because obviously you need something other than the Lando to deal with Diancie. But then wisely plays around that and I crit. I don't think that mattered because the last time I broke sub. Maybe at this point it's too late, but probably I should have been playing the reverse Trick Room. I don't know though, because the Hydreigon owns my Landorus most of the time. And I guess my Iron Hands outspeeds the Heatran in Trick Room, is my thought, probably. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. So yeah. Played pretty poorly after some good turns to start. Like 2 KOs in 2 turns is generally pretty solid, but then Hydreigon Snarl spamming got his Heatran in a good position, and I couldn't recover from that. Okay. So game 3, he brings the same team, and I bring a structure that I use a lot, which is these 4: Incineroar, Ogerpon, Bolt. Really, I love the structure. I think it's really strong. Lots of permutations of this team. Lots of things you can do with the sets on all 4 Mons to check different things and whatnot. So I imagine, let's get this out of here. Yeah, so I think we've got standard Rillaboom, like double grass, fake out U-turn. I imagine Ogerpon, definitely it's a focus energy, probably Grassy Glide, and then Calm Mind Bolt. Believes this is fast taunt Incin, standard Sash Rocks Glamora, and I think this might be, it's either Sash or Covert Cloak, but not Terra. Sunny Day. So yeah, this Lando is going to be really annoying because Scarf Lando pressures Ogerpon pretty well between Intimidate and Rock moves, super effective. Probably 2-hit KO, close to it with Stomping Tantrum. So yeah, that's my first priority. Get rid of the Landorus. I don't care about Veil because I'm Focus Energy. But I don't want to Terra too early because Heatran then Giga Walls for life. Hydreigon's also kind of annoying. Outspeeds Bolt. But Bolt also looks like he can win because I believe I'm Thunderbolt, not Thunderclap. And Amoonguss doesn't matter when I have Taunt Incin and like Double Grass and a Torn, so yeah. Place around, Fake Out, plus Cudgel, or I Focus Energy. Okay, yeah. Cool. I Spiky to get Chip on the Hydreigon. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I don't know if Glamora was the best option there. I probably, in retrospect, would have wanted to go Ensign or Horn. Maybe I knew the speed of Hydreigon. Forcing Terror is really good. And once again, I don't really care that much about Veil because I'm Focus Energy and everything except for, I guess, the Hydreigon and the Diancie gets hit hard by Focus Energy, or by Ivy Cudgel. So yeah, Glamora in theory also could have let Diancie in. So, not sure about that Glamora by me. Also, the Sonoro, the second time, I probably would have just let the Draco go as Jello. Because, dang, Sonoro doing 25, it's a lot of damage. Given, like, Draco maybe just kills. But yeah, so he saves. Hydreigon because, yeah, it would have died to a Cudgel. And then it goes into the Glamora slot. So here is an interesting turn. Yeah, I fake out Diancie. I just accept that I get stomping on one of my slots. -1, neither slot would die. This is a big turn. He saves, he sacks Hydreigon and goes for Trick Room. I reveal Taunt. I'd say lucky. Not, I guess that's just a call. Like Taunt Ensign, pretty rare. Trick Room up is really good for him. Diancie just gets to click. But sometimes with Diancie, it's honestly best to just like click Diamond Storm. Like, I guess maybe a Wisp. He accepts that. Yeah. Sack Glamora. Honestly, if he had U-turned or stompinged into, like, U-turned that slot or stomping to U-turned into the Ogerpon slot, that could have been pretty bad for me. Because now I get to bring in a free Rillaboom. Where I assume I don't risk and I just Wood Hammer this Amoonguss. Like, yeah, okay. So here begins some of my luck, I believe. Yes. I was considering the Cudgel into Heatran, if I recall. Protect Amoonguss is like, I don't know, probably like 20 to 30%, maybe more, I guess. But less than half of Amoongus's and doubles OU run Protect, in my opinion, from my experience. So I was considering Cudgeling into Heatran, but like, I was just like, okay, Cudgel into Amoonguss is probably guaranteed progress. Either an Amoonguss sack because it just generally doesn't look amazing, or a sack Ninetales, which means Fail's never getting up again, or Diancie, which means it's getting chip for like healthy chip, which I really want on that thing. But then, nope. Heat Wave misses. I'm pretty sure that kills. Maybe it was a roll. I think I have some health on this. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It probably dies. So yeah, I'm getting lucky with that miss. Yeah, now it's a Freeze Calm Mind. So yeah, 2%. Maybe it would have been some rolls going on. I'm not sure. So yeah, I just target down the Diancie. It's the biggest threat. Can't let it do anything to me. And then it's just Raging Bolt versus the world. Calm Mind. Because I'm faster than this Heatran. Yeah, and it's just smooth sailing from here. So yeah, that was top 16. GG's to Jello. I think even if Ogerpon died, Bolt generally was in a strong position. I get to bring in Rilla or Ensign. I get to get some Calm Minds up against pretty much anything. So I'm faster than the Heatran. Earthpower's probably bouncing off. I get lefties in terrain, so yeah. But I did get lucky, which I will be probably saying a decent amount this video. So yeah, moving on, top 8 quarterfinals versus Madara. I played a decent amount of test games with Madara over the course of OSDT, so I wanted to build... So just checking, yeah, I built fresh teams for basically this whole top cut slash playoffs, but yeah, definitely wanted to bring some fresh stuff versus Madara since I had used a good amount of my stuff versus them. They're generally an offense player, so I wanted to be strong into that. Mostly wanted to be strong into offensive stuff, which we see, yeah, we got Thorn offense, Thorn Farig with Blood Moon, Heart Flame. Could be a Specs Gold, could be a Nasty Plot. Could be lots of things. Like, this could be Power, again. I'm pretty sure... and Double Sash, if I recall correctly. But yeah, so I brought Grimmsnarl because I was just like, okay, Grimmsnarl's probably good into the offensive stuff that Madara likes to bring. And Screens is pretty good in this, except for the gold, but I have Bolt. Again, CM Bolt is pretty good, turns out. So yeah. I'm pretty sure in Double Sash, so I'm okay taking basically any trade here. But then I reveal Icy Wind Pow, which has been picking up, but it's also, like, not common still. Well, yeah, like, for him, Icy Wind plus, like, attack and Double Lando is pretty safe, quotation marks, because I'm imagining Sash Torn here. Like, I'm imagining it's Double Sash versus Double Sash lead. Yeah. So, good trade for me. Just remove any chance of T-Spikes coming up, which could have been a problem for Dancy and Bolt, putting them on a timer. But yeah, so Icy Wind, Torn, or not Torn, Icy Wind Pow coming in clutch this turn 1. It's been picking up lately, but yeah, like I said before, not common, hard to just call. And I had never used this until now. It's the first time I'd used Icy Wind Torn, like, in tournament. So yeah, I'm a pretty big advantage there. Pretty safe Diancie. But it does take a crit. And it's down to half already, which is kind of unfortunate. Reflect. Let's say NC die. Maybe it was a roll, maybe it was... Probably not. Maybe if the crit was a roll, but like it's a power from Ogerpon. Like but like I was okay with that because then I just get to bring in a Bolt for free and start clicking Calm Mind. And this Grimmsnarl's last move is actually Misty Terrain because I didn't want. No, it's Fake Out. It's Fake Out. Spirit Break. Maybe it's Fake Out. I was cycling a lot of moves between Misty Terrain, Fake Out, Thunder Wave, Farting Shot. Yeah, but then I think I ended up with Fake Out. Playing around Encore here, but then I just get plotted on again. Pretty big turn. Terra Cudgel just Okos his Hearthflame. I'm pretty sure I attacked into gold there. I don't know. Interesting. It could have been bad if, let's say, he'd called, like he'd protected a slot, and I attacked into it. Like, I probably Terra Cudgeled into gold. Yeah. Unlikely that I did anything else. So now I have Icy Wind Pow in. Bolt. I'm pretty sure I'm just Thunderbolt. Yeah, I Sucker into gold. A T-Bolt into gold. Gold just died. Oh yeah, I'm Adamant. I'm Adamant Icy Wind. I remember now. So yeah, that's probably something he wasn't expecting. Adamant Icy Wind is probably Troll generally, and like in a Pow mirror, like if you want like Icy Wind there Pow, like go for the speed tie or something, but I like Adamant Pow. The Icicle Crash and Sucker Punch rolls are pretty big. There's some like that, like most golds don't expect Adamant Pow, so like if it's really offensive or something, can minimal investment needed to live a Jolly Sucker Punch, but Adamant is a lot more. But it's probably a roll still. And then it just means yeah, so then it could have gotten sketchy here maybe. Like I have screens up still. Maybe I should have saved Pow, to be honest. But like I think switching in my position is potential for a throw, like I don't know. I attack the Farigiraf because Trick Room up would be pretty bad, I guess. I'm just never protecting with my Bolt because I have 2 Calm Minds up and a Light Screen. So yeah, it's pretty safe. Like, Bolt's probably gonna win that, especially after the first billion damage into the Farigiraf, and then the Thunderbolt para. So yeah, pretty standard game after that turn 1. Raging Bolt with 2 Calm Minds behind Light Screen. Like, I just got it in that board against the Goldango and the Ogre Pawn, and with screens up, and it just got to click Calm Mind twice, and then just attack for the rest of the game pretty much, once it was revealed not Encore on Hearthflame. Game 2, an interesting, like, Pelipper quotation marks rain, I guess, like, versus another Gaunching Fire team, this time with the boss Orthworm, because Madara brings a lot of Lando, Torn, Chien-Pao stuff, but no Lando right now. But Orthworm still looks kind of goated here, as long as the Goldango gets handled. Yeah, so I assume Pelipper is just nice. I mean, it is pretty good at this, like, annoying into basically every mon. But, like, I bring a lot of Hearthflame. I brought Gouging Fire last round, so yeah, solid pick into me. I just lead damage, guys, into this. And so, my thoughts is, these spikes are fine, rocks are not. So I'm going to double into Glamora. But then he double spiky shields. I'm Spinner, I guess because of... Yeah, no, honestly, the most value a spiky shield has ever had. So I just do it again. Oh yeah, here we go. He wins speed tie, misses the power whip though. So that's unfortunate. That would have killed my Ogerpon for sure. But it's like 50-50, so technically odds are in my favor to get the attack off, right? Because Power Whip accuracy chance versus speed tie. And this time I protect my POW. This time I get the spiky shield. Sash break, which is funny. I guess I was just baiting out a protect from one of them, slash baiting damage on Spiky. And then honestly, it was so obvious to go for that. I kind of regret, like, I don't know why I did that, to be honest. But whatever. It worked out. Not really though. Yeah, Power Whip kills my POW. I get damage into Ogerpon. It's good damage. Now Orthworm, I get greedy. That's a really greedy play by me right here. I kill the Ogerpon, but I go for Shed Tail, which is uncommon. Most Orthworms are Iron Defense Body Press. Well, I say most, but like only SMB and SMB team users bring Orthworm, and SMB doesn't use Shed Tail. So I've been making a pointed effort to try and use unexpected sets, I guess. I think I have like my Icy Wind POW last game, and now a Shed Tail Orthworm into Dragon Dance multi-scale Dragonite. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I then body press. So I imagine this is banned because Dragon Tail, or not Dragon Claw on EV is kind of weird. But no, I think that's AV because, I don't know. Q-Fuel's Scarf Gold. So I don't know what the Dragonite set is right now. I'm sure in game I probably, hopefully calced. But Tinglu felt pretty safe here. My thought is, if it's Scarf, it's locking into something pretty like locking into anything is kind of bad. Like you're a weak Scarf Gold. I could have, yeah, and I didn't want anything to come in take big damage. So yeah, Ogerpon dies, which is probably would have liked to keep it next to Dragonite for an upcoming sketchy endgame. I get Rocks Up because it hits everything. Good damage. I reveal Terra Seal. I was hoping he would switch out because yeah, like would have been nice. Like if I Terra Normal, you know. But then, nope, I reveal Terra Seal, Scale Shot, and I just double KO. So this looks pretty in my favor, but I don't know. I'm adamant, so I'm not faster than this Shinpao. I kind of misplay here. So I'm adamant, which means I'm slower than Shinpao, but he doesn't know that. I also was like forgetting that Sacred Sword, a potential Sacred Sword, would ignore the defense drop from Scale Shot. So I think I'm just Scale Shot EQ Dragon Dance Protect, which is a funny moveset. I probably Scale Shot and I either switch out. I switch out into probably Gouging Fire and then Throat Chop the Pelipper maybe. I think that's what I go. And I think he protects, yeah, but I'm scared. I think it's a roll Sacred Sword on neutral, so that's why I switch out, which is so dumb. Like, if I'm going to accept I'm gonna get Sacred Sworded, I should just stay in and Scale Shot again, or something. But I think that works out because he Terras. Oh no, he just double attacks. Yeah. So yeah, my Tinglu doesn't get to do anything in Tailwind. So that's kind of like worst case scenario turn for me. My Tinglu didn't do anything. Yeah, not great. And bring back in D-Knight. So I don't know if it's like Sucker Punch or something. Weird turn. But yeah. Weather Ball kills Orthworm. Sadness. The worm didn't do anything in its Godin matchup. But then I reveal EQ, and I kill the Pelipper with help from Sword of Ruin. And then it's basically over. So yeah. I guess I could, like, miss a billion scale shots, but yeah. Interesting endgame where, like, information where, like, I know that I'm slower, but they don't know. And I also forget mechanics, like Sacred Sword. But I don't know if it was Sacred Sword. Probably. Maybe it's Ice. Who knows? Who knows what that power was? Between Sucker or Sacred Sword or Ice Punch or Icy Wind. But yeah. Letting Tailwind go up was bad, but I probably would have just scale shotted into the Pelipper anyways. So Tailwind would have gotten up. That's what he was playing around, I imagine. Maybe I doubled the Pelipper. Should have doubled the Pelipper. Who knows? Anyways, yeah. That is top 8 versus Madara. Invitationals winner. Very strong SV player. Probably top 3 strongest SV players right now, in my opinion. So yeah, moving on to semifinals versus SMB. One of the doubles goats. I was on their derby team, so we had like a vague understanding of some of our doubles team building opinions. I didn't really mess too much with SV during derby. I was too busy going through it in DPP. But yeah, I basically wanted to make sure that my teams were not going to lose to the type of stuff I had lost to in the past. So, setup spam, basically, and like Iron Defense is kind of a common thing that I would lose to. But yeah, I brought a fun Hail team. Hadn't brought much Hail throughout the entire tournament and like other DOU stuff. And not much of a Hail user historically, I guess. But this looks like a really good matchup, you think, right? Like Kyurem clicks versus it gets to click like a super effective move against literally every Pokemon on the team. Like King Gambit's probably Swords Dance with potential, but it might be AV. Yeah, this team, I think the 6 was originally built by Char for Derby, then Akaru used it for Kunal Invitational maybe the day before this, and I had been looking at similar structures with Basque and Pelipper, and I decided I didn't really like... I didn't want to use this exact 6, because I didn't want to use the Gambit, like SD Gambit. And I decided I didn't really like... I couldn't, like, find a structure within the Pelipper Basque type stuff that I really liked at the moment. So I just dropped it. So it could have been interesting if we had like a mirror. So yeah, I went with this. So Scarf Kyurem is my special set for this team. It looks like you could easily be Scarflando. So I lead Curum, which is good into everything, and Iron Hands, which lets it get an attack off and everything. So I am scared of Cloacamungus here. But I think I should have been more proactive, maybe. This turn, I play around a Spore in either slot. I go Gold, and then I Volt Switch out. But I didn't realize how problematic the Wellspring was going to be, like a Terra Wellspring could be. I really should have just gotten damage. Like, if I just fake out a Mungus, plus Freeze Dry, deal 40 maybe, 50 hopefully, maybe more, to the Ogerpon, I'm in a good spot for the future. But instead, I go Gold, I Volt Switch out into my own Ogerpon, I take 40 for no reason, really. I don't accomplish much except for a reposition. And this might be and I'm Follow Me Encore on my Ogerpon. Which isn't great here, because it's Cudgel, Mono Cudgel into Water type, Water type, Water type, and then it rains up, so yeah. Also, this is probably Scarflando, is what I'm thinking while playing. Like, it's high potential to be Scarflando, but also because of Basque not guaranteed, and I'm assuming it could be AV or SD. I'm like 50-50 on that. So I Terra Mouse Turner, the Goldango, which means... Wait, what happened? Oh, Pelipper switched in on the Amoonguss slot, because if I, like, Cudgeled... Okay, yeah. I get O-Code by Cudgel and Rain. Tough. Free Veil. I plot again? No. I Shadow Ball into Gambit. That's bad. Wish I got the damage... Well, not bad, because any damage on the Ice Resist is good, but... Should have done into the Ogerpon. Swap out. Take a billion from a crit. That kind of sucks, because I plotted again. But he... So this is a weird turn. What happens here? He SDs, which is scary. But I probably... Like, he respects Fake Out. I probably just Fake Out. And Shadow Ball. Oh, I Shadow Ball. Kill the Amoonguss. Drain Punch. Okay. What happens here? Oh, yes. I wonder... I'm probably Ice Punch because I'm Goldango, so Diancie doesn't matter as much. Goldango plus Lando. Do I make it rain plus drain? What happens here? Do I protect plus drain? I get lucky. Like, not really, because, like, maybe I'm gonna eat. But... A Sandsear... I guess I was playing around, like, Sandsear plus Sucker, or, like, double into gold. But this Goldango... I guess it O-Code the Amoonguss, but, like, a Make It Rain there would have been nice. But... I don't know how... And honestly, I probably should have done that, because if... You're doubling, like... The only way the gold dies means the hands is guaranteed to get the Drain Punch off. So, and then I just get to bring in free Curum, which is a really good position for me. But anyways, like, works out so far. This is probably just a double down, yeah, because... Yeah, and like, I wasted my Protect. Oh no. double. They still have to double into gold, so it means I get to kill the Basque. And here is where the trolling happens. I go Ninetales. He does a good play. Protect. Luckily, my Ninetales lives. So I reveal Scarf here. I'm doing 12%, 14% to this Terran Ogerpon. I don't know why I click Blizzard. Like, I can play it super safe. I could have even freeze-dried the Landorus slot. I just need to lock into freeze-dry, and I win easily, instead of the bullshit that is to come. Miss the Blizzard, hit freeze number 1. I sack this. Honestly, yeah, no, this is just stupid. My hands can't do anything. I probably should have faked out, however you past tense fake out. Type in the comments. Faked out or faked outed. So yeah. Now I fake out probably, yeah. I'm booking Blizzard. I have 4 Blizzards left. He's a basically full health Ogerpon. I hit both. I'm doing 16%. I'm cooked. Just kidding. Oh. Wait, not yet. Just kidding. But yeah, he's doing double. I freeze. And I'm bailed. Like, there's a world... No, I'm just totally bailed. Because... well, actually, I wonder how much Circle does. But basically, there's a world where this is a high roll. Where, like, he low rolls and I live. No, I just... And it's not Protect, or not Spike. It's like 4... And it's not Spiky Shield or something. That's the world, and then I kill with Struggle. That's the world where the freeze didn't matter. That's a very slim world. So yeah, that's luck. That's big luck moment number 1. Maybe I had some luck earlier, but that's big luck moment number 1 of this set. So yeah, I get bailed. Staying in all those turns to click Blizzard, so dumb by me. Definitely got bailed. I had a good matchup. I was supposed to click Freeze Dry 5 times, maybe 6, 7, to kill all the guys, and then protect it from the Gambit with my 3 Gambit counters. But yeah, trolled a bit. Game 2. I bring a familiar core. These 4. Ensign, Rilla, Hearthflame, Bolt, with Lando Chunpao. The 6 is my favorite 6, the Goat Squad, as some may know. Goated squadron of Pokemon right here. Honestly, not an amazing matchup. Because of Diancie. What a scary Pokemon. Volcanion, not a problem with Raging Bolt, generally. But I'm very scared of Diancie, and this is probably and I'm expecting potentially a Scarflando. So yeah, interesting leads, like, actually no, bad turn 1 by me. I Terra Ghost crash instantly. Lose my Sash. And I'm the slower Rillaboom. So, fun turn here. And then he Terra Steals, I protect my Chunpao. He Scale Shots into the wrong slot. And I assume he misses Scale Shot into my Bolt. So this is a fun little moment in chat where I apologize for nothing wrong. Yeah. So I make a fun play? What do I do? Yeah, I double into the Volcanion that's subbed when he plays around that in the wrong slot and gets up Tailwind. So I'm back up to Sash. I probably live in Earth Power, potentially. So now I'm thinking, oh, it might be Sash for anything. Like, this could be any Lando. Like Sash rocks, Life Orb rocks, Life Orb 3 attacks, Scarf. It could be sub. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. Maybe I double. I'm imagining that I either double protect or I just double attack. Like, I crash into. Okay. Yeah, Sash Lando, and I thunderclapped into. I guess one thing to note is the paste I wanted to bring was not Thunderclap. Leftovers. Maybe, I don't know. I have like 12 different versions of this team, like tailored to my opponent, like during OCT. And I can't remember if I wanted to have Thunderclap going into this or not. But it helped, obviously, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, so... Glide... Oh no. Oh yeah, okay. Glide into my Jimpao. I bring in Rilla. What do? He U-turns... I U-turn that slot? And Calm Mind? Do I Calm Mind? No, I Dragon Pulse. Okay. I reveal Scarf. I U-turn. And I Calm Mind again, I assume. Diamond Storm. Defense boost. Okay. Bolt's decent. Jimpao is scary. This is where, like, you think... Why'd you make this team so ass into Diancie? I don't know. I just need to get some chip. Like, any chip to put it in Sandseer range, or Earth Power range, and I'm probably okay. I'm wondering how I threw this, honestly. Like, do I just... What happens here? I Thunderclap and die, I assume. Do I just Woodhammer or U-turn? I Woodhammer. I live. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, I remember now. That's a big... Okay, so... Me living is interesting. What happens? I want to know what happens. Bad play. Yeah. Honestly, me living was kind of unlucky. Well, quotation marks unlucky. Like, there's still game to go, but like, if I die, I get to bring in Jimpao. Which means... Yeah, this is a tricky... this is a very tricky, honestly, we're both on timer, I'm way low on timer. I got 15 seconds left. Oh, I guess you can't see that, but yeah, I have 15 seconds left of timer at this point. SMB is a minute left before this turn 9. Let's go back one. So yeah, this is a really interesting board after the Diamond Storm miss. So, in the world where Diamond Storm hits, I probably bring in Chimpao plus Lando. In which case, SMB does the same sack D-Knight plus protect that he's about to do. And then brings in Rillaboom. Or his Chimpao. Man. Anyways, I'm calling the protect with this Rillaboom. Dragonite E-speeds my Lando to get it in range of what I assume is a Sucker Punch, maybe a Glide, but by Earth Power, because Sandsphere is scary to lock into. But honestly, it's honestly a really hard play. Like, Diancie is a 100% protecting here. So I could have done something like attack into the, but it's like so hard when an easy Scale Shot comes out and like maybe I die, maybe it has Ice Spinner, which would be weird on Rillaboom, but not unheard of. Maybe I could have U-turned, like double U-turned on the Dragonite, that would have been really cool. But yeah, I could have positioned this better, but I was low on timer, as I said. I could have self U-turned if I really wanted to Earth Power the D-Knight slot. Yeah, but then I click clicking U-turn like into the Dragonite slot, covering a Rillaboom switch, I guess, which was very possible still. Yeah, I think the coolest play would have been double U-turn into Dragonite. Yeah, Chimpao comes in. What happens here? I Earth Power Rillaboom slot, Crash, U-turn Rillaboom slot. Wish I broke Sash, because Chimpao was never protecting. Never, never, never protecting. And I think, honestly, it going for Crash there probably should have tipped me off that it might not be Sucker Punch. But I didn't think about that. I still should be in a good spot here. Both Fake Outs are active. -1, Chimpao. Ogerpon threatens both of these guys. And then I don't play it safe. Safe play, I protect, because he can fake out either of my guys, and you can't really punish that. Can't really punish a spiky. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Fake out plus Sacred Sword, doing 40, maybe 50. That's fine by me. Letting the free attack come in, even though, I would have lived a Ivy Cudgel. I don't even remember what a Crash generally. Probably shouldn't have risked that. In the next turn, I just get to have 2 Mons do something rather than just 1. Don't even know what slot I Ivy Cudgeled. If I cudgeled Rillaboom, it probably was still kind of bad for me, honestly. Because would have gotten weird for sure. But I got lucky. I'm gonna say I got lucky with the Rillaboom dodging the Diamond Storm because I had Glide Pressure. So yeah, unfortunate crit, but it kind of balances out the Rillaboom live. And so here, I'm U-turn. I think I'm just boots U-turn to be able to pivot on clear body guys. Now, interesting turn. I could fake out plus Sacred Sword, but that's like, Fake Out plus Sacred Sword is probably, like, guaranteed a kill in Champion, but then both my guys died to, Diamond Storm. I could Glide. I was really tempted. I didn't want to get, what did I click? Oh, I faked out the Diancie. I remember now. Yeah, I could Glide, but I didn't want to get Sucker Punched. So I was going to fake out to stall the Sucker Punch. And then, like, do something, like, maybe, like, fake out Sacred Sword, Sucker Punch, Glide, something like that. I could, game winning right now, it's just Glide. But he is not, he either called me called me out, or isn't Sucker. I'm imagining he's not Sucker Punch, because he didn't Sucker my Lando. I assume 60% Lando dies to Sucker Punch. So yeah. Unfortunate. Not really 50-50, but like, because there's more than one option, more than two options, but like, in the spirit of it, basically, that type of play. And then it reveals it to be, break for screens, reveals to be Covert Cloak Diancie anyways, so the fake out wouldn't have worked. And yeah, I lose. Because I got that call wrong with the Rillaboom. So yeah, game 3, big game 3. My Goat Squad failed me. I failed the Goat Squad, actually. They didn't fail me. Alright. Game 3. I brought Cheese, side terrain stuff versus a Howl team. And this is a shameful game, honestly, on my end. Shameful, shameful game. I Sleep Pattern to follow me. I dodge a Scale Shot. Eruption. Such a bad... Like, I just get turn 1 wrong. Not punished. Never punished. Yeah. I get turn 2 wrong. Now let's kind of let this play out. And probably Eruption here too, right? Yep. Nice 7%. Gosh. Dodge another Scale Shot. Yeah. So we're just gonna let this play out. This guy, yeah. This guy living forever is lame. Sleep Powder into Terra Grass. Finally, Lilligant dies like it should have. My Indeedee is goated and lives... Actually, it didn't matter, it wasn't a double up, but yeah. So, now I get Trick Room up. My guys are poisoned though. I reveal Terra Fire. I do this because I really need Gilmore to die. He doesn't protect or Burning Bulwark or anything on Gouging Fire, which is interesting. Like, I think... Obviously, I would be tilted to fire him, but the Helping Hand Life Orb E-Force explodes. It's probably AV Luna. Yeah, cringe game. Unfortunate, but I won't complain because I won. And I like winning. But yeah, not my finest win. I like to think that I could have won without all of the funny business. But yeah, we will never know. And that's semis. Finals versus... Oh yeah, we just go on to the finals. Finals versus Sea Life. One of my favorite DOUers. Chinese player. They run my derby team. And yeah, so it was fun. We had 3 Agnes Tachyon cutters in the final 4. which was awesome, and 2 Agnes Tachyon Cutters in the championship title. I don't know. Final 2. Finals. Yeah. Sea Life beat me round 2 of OCT Swiss, so I needed my revenge. They bring off-meta teams a lot. Basically, I was like, I don't want to lose to Hard Trick Room, I don't want to lose to Setup, and I don't want to lose to, like, Gouging Fire, Ting Lu type stuff. Those are the 3 things that I really focused on with my teams this week. And it almost didn't work out anyways, so, as you'll see. Yeah, we have another Hearthflame. This time, Size Spam with Reggie Drago. The 6 has been used, like, for almost a year, probably. Like, stolen from VGC, basically, but there's a Urshifu over the Chien-Pao in VGC. Reg F. Time. Strategy. As old as time. Steal from VGC. Go to strategy. Yeah. Let's see, I lead Reggie Drago and Tornadus. Anyone can recognize the nicknames on my side, I will be happy. And I just click the moves. Funny moves. Yeah. So I am timid Reggie Drago for the very reason to outspeed Roaring Moon in Tailwind. Like, saw some Roaring Moon uses from Sea Life, didn't want to lose to my Reggie Drago getting outsped by a +1 Roaring, like a booster Roaring Moon. So, timid, and it paid off. Love to see that. And Sea Life got rocks up, probably expecting a Tailwind or a Breaking Swipe of their own to go off. But yeah, rocks, I see the vision, but it's kind of greedy, honestly, in my opinion. But I can see it, because obviously Chien-Pao plus Hearthflame want to get those rocks up. And go straight into Hearthflame, and I Dragon Energy again. Do a nice 40. Honestly, oh yeah, I remember right. Okay, I was like 99% sure this was going to be Terra Fairy Volcarona, so I was not going to Terra this, even though I wanted to, just like maybe 2-hit KO this Goldank, or this King Gambit. And so this is a really, really, really fat Ogerpon. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm like close to max Impish, max HP. Which would have been nice to have a little of attack on this turn, because I try and explode the Clefairy, or whatever, yeah, Clefairy, and it lives. That sucks. And I'm encored into Ivy Cudgel. I just decide to attack. In hindsight, saving Ogerpon was probably always the move, because, as we'll see, this Volcarona is scary. Now that I have only special attackers and a Chien-Pao that can't hit it for very much damage. Yeah, and we go. I attack the Clefairy. I should have just doubled the Volcarona, because, yeah, I don't know, nerves or something, but the Clefairy isn't going to do anything when the Volcarona is at max HP. It's revealed life do. It's probably helping hand last. Bad play by me. It's either going to follow me or protect. I should have crashed the Volcarona, would have been really nice. Lucky Bleakwind drop. So that was nice. What do I do? Yeah, now I double the Volcarona. In Karma, a miss, but I don't think it mattered because it would have lived on like 1 HP. So now I bring in Iron Crown and bring in Indeedee And I assume I call Mind? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. I was like, I think Crown can pin this with Helping Hand E-Force. But between Friend Guard and lefties, it gets close. And Sea Life is a really aggressive player. So I was scared to leave the Volcarona alone. In hindsight, obviously, I should have calm-minded. I didn't want it to get another Quiver Dance, is the main thing. Like, if I get Heat Waved, that's fine. I'm gonna be +1. I definitely should have calm-minded. I think another Quiver Dance from Volk is a big, big, big balls play, but Sea Life has big, big, big balls when playing. So, yeah. Gets sketchy now. In comes Clefairy. And it's like, okay. Well, spoilers, but this position is, okay, do I Helping Hand E-Force? Or do I, like, Dazzling plus Tachyon, or Helping Hand Tachyon? And my thought is basically, Helping Hand E-Force probably has a chance to kill. And also, this Iron Crown does not have enough special attack investment. Don't run, like, max HP plus defense invested Iron Crown. I ran it because I was, like, terrified of Trick Room. And I wanted, I think it's Terra Dragon, or Terra Water. And I wanted a really, really fat Iron Crown to Calm Mind all the way through Trick Room, and then reverse sweep. I didn't face Trick Room, I faced a Volcarona, and I really wanted my Iron Crown to do more damage than this, because it lives. I'm sure it was a roll of some kind, but, like, I'm not going to complain about that. It gets sketchy. Indeed, he, dodges. Probably would have lived. I don't know. So, what happens here? Oh, a Quiver Dance from them would have been, would have probably won the game. Honestly, gosh, just, yeah. Quiver Dance there would have probably won. Or no. It would have been, like, the same thing. I assume he was playing around, like, Torn Sack and would hammer it into the sky. But yeah, now I'm safe. I pinned it. Get a Tacky on that slot. Get a Dragon Entry. It dies, finally. And now I get a Demon Volcarona. It is gone. But yeah, so scary endgame. Misplayed with the Hearthflame sack. Probably could have played around the Gambit without sacking it. Yeah. Probably could have not had a bad prep with the dumb Iron Crown EVs, but yeah. Otherwise, felt pretty good. Like, I didn't feel that good because of, like, the scary endgame, but it felt like I had a matchup that I wanted, and then I just didn't play it optimally, I guess. So now game 2, I went back to Worm. Same 6 as Madara, with some edits, or same 6 as the Madara set, but I edited some stuff based on Sea Life's usage, like, they, like, never have Lando, so my Ogerpon's slower, which bites me in the butt again. Wish it wasn't that slow. Some other stuff, like, pretty sure I'm Brick Break. Maybe I'm not, because definitely didn't click it. Anyways, yeah. So we have a scary Hail team with this Manaphy. I once again face a Roaring Moon with my Gouging Fire team. And I basically just am like, you're not gonna Breaking Swipe turn me, because it's like, you'd expect me to play around that. So I'm like, Sea Life's aggressive player, they're probably gonna Tailwind. I'm gonna just get rid of this annoying Pokemon. And now we get into a goofy part of the game. I get Encored into Howl, and I just stay clicking Howl. I don't know what compelled me to do this. Would have been awesome if I didn't, because Sea Life is smart and saved Icy Wind until the last turn of Tailwind, so now they can Encore me again. And I'm Burning Bulwark, so you can Encore me no matter what. And I'm just spamming Sucker into this Manaphy. What happens? Yeah, I'm spamming Sucker. I'm Mono Water. Ogerpon. And then I do this. I'm like, oh crap. My Ogerpon's slower. What if he calls that out and I get Encored? So I bring up Ting-Lu. Honestly, I should have just like follow meat or something. I was scared of the Terra, like Terra Fairy D-Gleam or something. I didn't expect what it was, even though I pretty much should have, but yeah, so I finally get the Sucker off, activate the Citrus, and it reveals Terra Ice Blizzard. If I had just Cudgeled, or like Terra Water Cudgeled, probably wouldn't have had a problem, because it's gonna be fat. Now, I get lucky, well, I don't get lucky, but I get to bring in Worm next to my... I do get lucky with the Blizzard Miss, but, you know, 70%. Basically, I'm like, you're going to attack Ting-Lu because I threaten a Whirlwind, and if Ting-Lu dies, that means Worm gets a Shed Tail off into D-Knight, and I have some hope. So Howl doesn't go through sub, which is sad. Sad times in the world, but I found that out after I was very hyped for this strategy. But anyways, I still like it. Anyways, yeah. So I Flare Blitz. I'm Flare Blitz because of the mirror. I didn't want to like be doing Heat Crash. I wanted to be able to damage it in the mirror. Like, Sea Life used a lot of Gouging Fire OCT. And it's Aqua Berry Finisher, which is tough. But honest, yeah, pretty tough. Honestly, not that bad that it lived. It would have lived anyways, 48%. So it like didn't really change the board state at all. And now I get my DD up. I Scale Shot. I'm fast. And now I will hopefully live the... I'm like, okay, I might be slower than this Manaphy. And if I'm not, I'm getting Icy Winded, probably, which is scary. So... yeah, scary times. But luckily, as we see, Dragonite is kind of goated. It lives the Icy Wind through multiscale, so the sub doesn't break. Like, the Icy Wind doesn't break sub with multiscale. If I was just max speed, let this be a lesson. Don't get too cheeky with your Ogerpon speeds. On a team like this, that's so hail weak or snow weak, just be max speed. Like, maybe I'm Brick Break. Who cares? Like, just be max speed, bro. Don't get too fancy. Like, oh, they don't run much Lando. They don't run much hail. Oh, hail. Doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, so now it's like, okay. I get to, click Scale Shot and also have multi-scale for another turn because that's a pretty cool mechanic. And it ended up being a crit. But a crit really didn't matter that much. And then ended up being like a Citrus SD hand, which makes sense here. And now I just repositioned to Earthworm, which kind of wins against these two, which is fun. I hit my last scale shot that I needed to hit. Scary times if I missed that. Earthworm maybe could have popped off with like Iron Defense Body Press. But yeah. Like, especially since it didn't SD. I get a reveal. My finally gets to click EQ. Heal up my Worm. And then Worm doesn't quite do it, but basically. And then, yeah. That's it. I've rambled through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 doubles games in the playoffs through some good players. And I won. Yeah, hope people found this interesting. I will maybe do more of this type of stuff. Or just talking about doubles OU in the future. Old gens, who knows what. Yeah, let me know what you think. And I will maybe see everyone later. Bye.